shout out Ron Swanson, where he takes a picture of Big Ben and he's like, "Oh look, a clock. We don't have that in America." Let's get to the most solid team in the division. The number 1 seed from a year ago.
Are they still the most solid for this year? For long term, I think they are. But for this year,
I think they're so well coached. I mean, they lost AJ Brown. I don't like. We can go down this rabbit hole again. I mean, I like AJ Brown as a player. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's a franchise changer. I think Traylon Burks steps in right away and gives you equal enough production to where it's not the same, but you're also not paying him $100 million over 4 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I think AJ Brown was very replaceable.
Lord help the teams who paid wide receivers this offseason, because I do not think it's going to stay. Like the Jags played 4D underwater chess and decided to screw everybody.
It's impossible for it to stay the same with as many receivers that are coming out of the draft every year that are NFL ready. I mean, you just look at the market cap and it's like eventually people are going to be like, why would I pay you? I can trade you for a first rounder and go draft somebody who's going to give me equal, if not better production immediately for 10 times less money.
I'm not as sold that Burks is going to come close to AJ Brown's production, but I'm also not sold that he needs to.
I mean, they have as long as Derrick Henry stays healthy, just keep the train rolling, keep it going.
You got Robert Woods there. I mean, if Treylon Burks can pick up half the baggage, Robert Woods can pick up some.
They got Austin Hooper coming in. Austin Hooper was great until he went to Cleveland. I mean, Ryan Tannehill's good, not great. Taylor Lewan's still one of the best tackles in the league. Radens is very good. Ben Jones is very good. Like, they're just very good everywhere. They have a better than average defense, and they have one of the best coaches in football. So
yeah, their defense is going to be good. Adding McCreary is going to help. Like, they get Caleb Farley back this year. They're going to add McCreary into the nickel. Like, their DBs are pretty sick between Kevin Byron and Monty Hooker on the back end. Like, they got some very good defensive backs.
And they got Malik Willis as their backup plan if Tannehill goes down, which probably wouldn't be the best idea, but you put Malik Willis into this offense to where it's like just hand the ball off to Derrick Henry and don't screw it up.
Now, on a scale
pretty good situation. And they also get Hassan Haskins, one of my favorite running backs in the draft to relieve Derrick Henry.
On a scale of 1 to Brett Favre, how passive-aggressive is Tannehill going to be to Malik Willis?
So did you see the whole quote?
No.
Okay, so the whole quote
I don't believe in full quotes. I believe in hot takes.
Yeah, well, the hot take was, it's not my job to train him. But he was basically like, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they asked him, like, are you going to bring in the rookie and, like, show him the ropes? Like, I think Tannehill knows he's out the door in 2 to 3 years anyway. He's 34 years old. And he basically said, it's not my job to train him, but if he learns from me along the way, then that's best for everybody. So he's basically saying, like, I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure this dude's doing the right thing. But if this dude wants to show up every day and learn from me, then, like, yeah.
I think that's fair. I just thought it was hilarious. And I saw a hysterical video today of like someone pretending they were Willis and Tannehill in the QB room and him just being like super petty. It was hysterical. So I just had to mention it.
That was Twitter of the Week material right there.
It was.
But no, I mean, all in all, like all he basically said was like, it's never a quarterback's job to mentor a young QB. Like if the young QB wants to learn, I don't think any veteran QB for the most part is going to like turn them away. But it's not their job to go out of their way to be like, hey, you're an NFL quarterback now. Like, get under my wing and follow me. It's the other way around. They should go to the veteran and be like, teach me everything you know.
Football guys are always down to talk football. And if you don't have a football guy quarterback, you got the wrong guy.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just – the quote was just way overblown. Like, Oh, who was it? The quarterback for the Cardinals back in the day, Kurt Warner. He was like, if a veteran quarterback doesn't want to teach rookies, you can call me. I'm always down to help any young QB succeed in the league. And I'm like, shut up, dude. Like, just such a look at me moment. Like, oh, I know I just came out with a movie not too long ago that was
Hey, man.
absolutely terrible, but look at me. Like, look, I'll help the young QBs. I'm not relevant enough in today's fucking pop culture. Like, get out of here, Kurt Warner.
He helped Matt Leinart a lot. Okay.
Obviously. All-time great Matt Leinart.
That's a USC legend.
He almost stayed in the league longer than Vince Young.
Almost. He almost made it. Kurt Warner was with Eli, too, though. He helped Eli, I think. Yeah. But Eli didn't really need help because I don't think he really learned a lot. He just kind of kept doing what Eli does.
I mean, Eli is undefeated against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
But I think he would have been without Kurt Warner.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been. He would have been if he went to the Lions.
Yeah, who you shouldn't sleep on.
He shouldn't sleep on. But so we're looking at the Tennessee Titans here. They are minus 110 for playoffs, plus 135 for division, plus 1,500 AFC champions, and plus 3,100 value. If you had to bet on one of these, which one are you betting? If I gave you $1,000 risk free, and I was like, "Are you going to take the safe bet?"
I gotta bet one.
Playoffs? Just one,
because there's potential for free money on the board with betting Indy and Tennessee and getting the middle.
You're not betting the division. You're just betting the Titans.
Oh, just the Titans.
Yeah. Are you taking them to make the playoffs? Are you taking them to win the division? Because I'm
taking playoffs.
You want a lot more money taking the division, though.
Not that much more.
See,
it's not enough to bear the risk. I don't think. I think at minus 110 or plus 135, you might as well take the one that's more clear.
I am the exact opposite from you. I think there's only one team coming out of this division, and if you're gonna bet minus 110 for the playoffs, you might as well take them plus 135 to win the division. Because the
Texans are winning the division. I thought.
I'm saying if you had to bet something on the Titans,
okay.
So you could also bet them to miss the playoffs at minus 110. I might like that better than winning the division.
I bet them to make the playoffs. I think that's easy money. Like, I think they're going to make the playoffs. It might not be division, but they're making it.
I like. You want to have a bet off right now, because I like them not to make the playoffs, assuming they don't win the division. If they don't win the division, they're not making the playoffs.
I'd just take the safety at only plus 45 juice there. Like, I don't care about that. I'd rather just take the playoffs because they keep sneaking it. The 7 seed changes all this, man. 7 seed just like throws it all off. If it was only 6 teams, I'd be with you. With the 7 teams,
between the two of us, will you make a bet that with me we can figure out the details later?
Oh, that the Titans will. I'll take they will. You take they won't. Unless it's the division?
I'm saying they won't make the playoffs if they don't win the division.
No, that's a poor value bet because I'm limiting my options and you're not limiting yours. That's not equal. You can't. Like, I don't know how you do, but like it's not an equal bet on both sides because I'm saying
I'll just take them no straight up. I'll take them no straight up. You take them yes straight up. Minus 110.
That's a fair bet.
Okay. We got to iron out the details.
We'll get to it.
All right. I'm standing tall. The Titans aren't making the playoffs.
All right. I'll take them to make the playoffs. Absolutely. All
right. Send us your best ideas for a mano-a-mano bet, and we'll go through all your ideas and pick out the best one. Tell us what we're wrong. Tell us what we're right. Tell us what you think. Let us know. Interact with the boys. And last but not least, don't sleep on the Lions.
Squad.